Good evening, folks. Today's video is a reel review, and the reel I'm reviewing is my reel, and it's a Penn Surf Blaster 8000. Now, I've been fishing with this reel for approximately 3 years now. I really like it. I use it almost every time I go fishing, with the exception of when I'm on the boat or when I'm on the kayak. Although I did discover recently that I need a second reel, because I took this reel fishing to a rocky area, Suta Lighthouse to be precise, and I broke the clutch trying to fish it. This reel isn't an all metal body one, and it just couldn't handle the heavy ground that was there when I was getting snagged up and all the rest of it, and the clutch went. So I had to order a new one, and since then it's been spot on. I managed to replace it myself. There's the old one there. So again, since then it's been fine, but I know now not to go fishing rocky areas, so I do need a second reel to go fishing with, but that's for another video. Out of the box, the Surf Blaster comes with 2 spools, a mono spool and a braid spool. Although the braid spool, if you're a good caster, isn't really worth using, to be quite honest with you. It's just barely good enough for me, and a good cast for me is about 100 yards. This is filled up at the minute with just some cheap Chinese stuff, which is kind of thick, and I thought that there'll be enough stuff on there for me. So when I was fishing to Jarrah and cast out, and there wasn't even enough line on there for me. So although I have had Berkeley Whiplash on there and spider wire on there, and it's been fine, there's been more than enough. So if you're a big caster, don't bother. Get yourself a second mono spool and put some backing on it if you want to use braid. Quite a powerful reel for winching in fish, even though it can't handle the rocks. The main thing I really like about this reel is the quick turn drag. It's really, really nice, and I've never had to do anything with the drag, even though you do get spare washers straight out the box. Something that is disappointing about the reel is its aesthetics. And this hasn't just happened to my reel, I've noticed it happen to several other people who have it. The paint comes off on the handle, it's come off there, and it's come off here, and it's really quite corroded underneath now. I'm thinking, if I don't get another new reel soon, I'm thinking about painting the handle myself just to protect it a bit. So yeah, there you go. Basically, would I recommend this reel to somebody else? Yes, I would, but I would make sure that they're aware that it's for clean ground, clean to mixed ground at the best. Definitely not for fishing the rocks or anything like that. It just can't do it. But I do like the reel. I love fishing with it. I've landed my biggest fish with this reel, and 3 years it served us really well. One breakdown, but again, that was my fault. I should never have took it fishing on the rocks, but I did. But the Penn Service Centre are really, really good, and I'll put details of them in the description for anybody who's here in the UK. Mick, the guy who runs the place, absolutely fantastic, really helpful, and dead cheap for parts as well. So spot on, Mick, good lad. So there we go, that's my review of the Penn Surf Blaster. Pretty simple, but I hope you enjoyed it. And on the next video we're going to do, we are going to take it completely to bits and give it a service. A couple of things I forgot to mention about the Surf Blaster. I told you about the quick turn drag, which is fantastic. It has a long cast spool, so as you can see, it's very long and it's conical shaped. There's a non-long cast spool, so you can see the difference. You can see that this one is slightly conical shaped. Not really getting it on the camera, and that one's not. One other thing about this is that it's got absolutely superb line lay, which I suppose is one thing that adds in the castability of this reel. If you look at the line on the Penn face, the line lays all over the place, and it still casts well enough, but not as good as that. If we have a closer look at the line lay on that one, it's really neat and tidy, so it comes off really well. And on the face, you can see there's lumps here and there where it hasn't quite gone on right. So that is some mega pluses about the Penn Surf Blaster.